Join an elite league of crypto traders. And what I mean by that is the IAM Academy. The information is inside the content of this. And I'm just sharing with you the back office. We have over 100 different specialty trading experts that teach, that just focus everything that they can focus on teaching what they know to pass it on. So there is so much to learn from. I'm just setting up I am a student in this academy. I have a referral link, so that's why I'm referring this out. So I appreciate the support of this channel. By joining the academy, you're supporting the missions and what I'm doing on my channel. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm just setting up my week and just basically sharing with you what I would be doing anyway. I'm just putting it up so that you can see and get an example of how I'm setting up for my week. One thing that I'm really focusing on is the big picture. This is fitness. This is trading. So, and remember that health is what I say on the YouTube channel is that health is wealth. You know, without our health, I mean, what else? It doesn't matter what we have financially. So health is wealth. That's how I feel and share. So health is wealth. Cash flow is king. Cash is queen. And credit is freedom. Think about it. So anyway, so there's basically 3 basic trading methods that I take that I'm subscribed to, and may or may not be for you, and either way is okay. But these 3 that are what I'm learning and developing myself is position trading, swing trading, scalp trading. So position trading is probably, I would say, from what I've seen so far, for most people, a good basic strategy of position trading is just what they call dollar cost averaging. So I'm dollar cost personally, not advice. I'm dollar cost averaging into the things that I believe in, down the road, like years down the road. You know how you hear people say, oh, I invested in Coca-Cola when it was this and that. Well, there's new things that if you stay on the forefront with our educators, they're the one bringing us this information. They give us things to look out for and things to consider getting into, so we can have confidence going in these things. So there's position trading. I'm thinking about swing trading, which is more of like catching the highs and lows potentially of like 7-10 days, 3 days, 10 days, 2 days, 12 days. It depends. I'm currently in a swing trade right now, and I'm learning a lot about that area, and it's very fascinating. And then the third one is scalp trading, and that is on the very short, like in the day, like it could be a 1 hour long, it could be 15, it can be a minute, it could be in and out. Usually not like so, but usually it could be a couple hours, it could be 3 hours, it can whatever is different. So it's more in the same day, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and hop over and get my work done. So this is the academy. I'm just going to go ahead and now this is what I'm looking at on the big frame. I mainly, since there's over 10,000 different cryptocurrencies. Imagine that. There's over 10,000 different cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is the number one of the market share. So they have the biggest, I'm going to do a sound check. They have the biggest market share. Bitcoin. Okay, check sound check. Yes, got it. Just want to make sure I had the sound check. So Bitcoin has the largest market cap. Okay, so I focus, just been focusing, learning how to trade, invest, position, swing, scalp, yeah, with Bitcoin primarily. And people, there's all kinds. You can trade with all kind of things. So just really, you got to find out what your personality is like and what you're into, right? So I'm looking at the big perspective. I do take a glance at that. That is the first thing I do. So at the end of the week, this is not something you have to do real regular. If you're a position trader, you just buy it because you know that 10 years from now, I mean, we're currently sitting at around 27. No, see, what is it? It's like, let's see. All right, so we're right around 26.2, right? So that's where we're at, 26.2. So with that in mind, on the big picture of things, I'm seeing that the price has dropped. And actually, just because I follow it real regularly every day, it's almost like I'm real kind of feeling kind of nerdy about it. But see this purple box right here, this one right here. This is the zone that, just from some things that I've seen, that I'm thinking that it could come down to in the short term. Now it could go down. The thing is, in the long term, I am playing the long term, but I'm just trying right now. I'm trying to accumulate personally. I'm trying to accumulate as much of this as I can because I believe in the long term. It's around 26,000 now. I believe that it's going to be over 100,000. So I'm very confident that one day we'll get there. So this is more probably looking at the swing levels, okay? But also too, when I first got into it, I always wanted to know, when's the best time to make my purchase? Like if I'm just going to purchase some every week, I'd like to get the best price possible, right? So if I'm targeting this area right here, I'm thinking that we could come down to here. So I'm potentially, but there's a lot of resistance. This line right here is called a spider line. This is a line of support right here. So it's got a ways to go, but it could potentially, in the short run, go there. And we could even go lower, but I'm thinking that that's a potential bit of landing spot right there, potentially. We'll see, but we'll see. I'm kind of just guessing because I like to go back sometimes and see what my thoughts were, if I was right. I feel like this is on the monthly view right here. I feel like we're going to go down into this area here. I feel like, let's see, can I use a tool? Let's see here. I don't know if this will work or not. Let's see here. So here, like that. So does that make sense? Could do something like that, but I'm just speculating. So, but just for fun, I like to do that. But I'm dollar cost averaging into it on the position side of trading. Now, the academy, which is the academy here, we have tools, we have strategies. So let's go show you how you access your strategies. So right here, you go to your strategies button, hit strategies, pick which academy you're in. I'm in the DCX NFRX. So the DCX Academy, we have access to these tools. And man, these things are like, in the trading world, like having access to a Lamborghini or a space rocket. I mean, there's so many. Once you learn these strategies, you get a lot of clarity on some things. But you have to spend the time and you have to be into it. You have to want to do it. So with the scalper, okay, so this is the scalper, okay, and another tool that we have is the levels tools right here, levels. So access the levels tools. I already have them pulled up right here. So this is the levels tools, which is usually from who I've been following, is a good tool to use for swing trading stuff. So I'm actually going to pull it back. Since we're on Sunday, I'm going to pull it back to the daily view. And you can see each one of these candles represents a day. Okay. Now I'm just going to look for some levels. See what I can come up with here. Okay. Interesting. So yeah. So we got to break through these levels if we're going further down. Right. In a bit of a zone right here. Right here. Right in a bit of a zone. So now it could go up, but I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm just watching this zone right here because it doesn't matter. That'll tell us if we break that zone, then we know. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Save. Okay. Let's see here. So BTC. August 20th, 23, Sunday. Okay. I'm going to save it. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at there. So that's mainly what I'm using that for right here. Let's see here. Okay, now I'm going to pull it in though. Let's go look at a 4-hour time frame. See if we can't. Yeah. So it's just been, ever since this drop right here, it's just kind of been going sideways. So we're really just, again, testing this zone right here. Bring it down to the hour time frame. Yeah, look at that. It's got a nice zone right here. Let's see here. And there's just so much. Yeah, right here. We're right in the middle of a zone. So we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and highlight this zone right here. Really want to break out of this way some kind of direction right here. So we're on the 1-hour time frame. Just so you see it inside of a zone. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens next. We're going to go up, we're going to go down, but we're just kind of narrowing down. One of my mentors said we're basically just kind of putting Bitcoin underneath like a spotlight, a magnifying glass. Okay. Now this is actually the 1-hour time frame. Okay. Now we have a tool called the swipe coin. Right here, we have an indication. Break and close confirms the idea. It's calling it, it's going up. But I'm really not so certain, and I shouldn't even doubt it. But I just feel like I'm watching it. Sometimes I've seen it do this and then drop back down. So I'm just, because I'm currently in a short. So what happened with me, what happened was, if you ever get that story, what happened was, so back here, now this is a perfect example of how this happened earlier in the week. So I started this trade probably last Monday or Tuesday, and so technically I'm in a swing. I started off as a scalp trade. I sold half my trade between here and here. So I got into this trade. I sold, took profits here, and then I let the rest ride. So now we're down here. Okay, so I was in a short, which is exactly, you can go, as good prices are going to go up or down, and we can take advantage either way, right? So this is a perfect example right here of the swipe coin working its magic perfectly. I love it when it comes together like this. Oh my gosh. So I was watching this as it was happening. It had the zone was already called out. The machine says break and close confirms the idea. So when the candle, as you see, breaks and closes right there, broke and close, the idea was confirmed. Now, a lot of times it'll come back and test it. Sometimes it'll test and break back up, and it gets invalid. That's just, you're like, oh, it's frustrating. So you don't want that. But this is a perfect example of what happens when it calls it right. It came back up, it tested it, and boom, look at that. So that's amazing. This has been one of my favorites. Let's see. Oh, so actually I added, look here, 29. That's what my actually what happened was I started the trade on this particular call right here. Look at this, called it out so good. Look at this. This is the swipe coin calling out the zone perfectly for a scalp setup. It called out the zone right here. You see, break and close confirms the idea. What that means is the candles go below the idea, and it holds it. It keeps it from going back up. Once it's in that zone, sometimes it'll just hit that zone. You can see for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, it kind of tested it, and then boom, it dropped right here. You can see. So you had the chance to get in right here. We all had a chance. And I did take advantage. And then look, and then it keeps going though. The thing is sometimes the price goes down for several days. Sometimes it'll go up for several days. Now, say you missed that trade altogether, but you jumped on here. Say you were here, and you were like, okay, I don't know when to get in, but you were watching Swipe Coin. They had the bar out right there. What does it say? Breaking close confirms the idea. So it broke and closed the bar, confirmed the idea. It tested it right there. It broke and closed the below. So for about 45 minutes, it was testing it. And then it, boom, you had 45 minutes to decide to get in if you wanted to get in and go short. And then look at it again. Look at that. Wow, that's been a fun week of trading short Bitcoin. Okay, so now we're here. So this is the thing. So where does it go from here? This is what we're working on. Okay, that's what we're working on. So just for fun, I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit. I'm going to switch it to a line chart. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this chart to Bitcoin August 20th, 2023, Sunday. Okay. I'm going to add in our indicator super trend, because super trend is our friend. It is amazing. Okay. All right, that's that. I'm going to pull this over a little more, extend it. So I feel like it's going to be an interesting night. Probably going to be testing these zones all night long. Right? Okay. So we'll see. But now I got them drawn out. I got the zones drawn out. This is how you do it yourself. If you're a do-it-yourself kind of person. Now, I'm just going to break it down just a little bit more. I'm going to pull back for a minute. I want to take a look at something. Let's see. So I feel like we're kind of in a rising, it's called a rising channel. So I'm just trying to see if I can spot out some other, because what they teach us is that we build confluences, meaning things that kind of line up. You get enough things that kind of give you an indication of what's going on. Now, a lot of these rising channels end up typically breaking downward most of the time. So let's see here. I'm just going to make it red. No real reason, maybe because it's going to break down. So I'm going to pull this back to the 15-minute. So this kind of gives me a little more insight as to what's going on. So it's kind of going up in a rising channel here. This is on the 15-minute time frame. And these are our zones right here. It's going to be testing. So if it gets above my red top, or, we can just decide what to do next. Everybody's different. This may or may not be for you, and either way is okay. But if you're interested in, this sort of thing, it's fascinating because these, what's available. And then thing is, these educators are amazing. We have over 100 different educators that teach strategies on how to make the most of these. How do you multiply your money 3 times, 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times? What's possible? So, but you have to learn. You have to seek and ye shall find. You've heard the phrase, seek and ye shall find. If you want this information, it's available to you. Thing is, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, time is going to accumulate whether you do any of this or not. And you'll look back on this and think, wow, I remember when Bitcoin was 26,000. Now it's 400,000 or whatever it's going to be in the future. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking about. You might be feeling sorrowful that you missed out and you didn't even at least take a chance. At least take a chance. So find out what this is all about. If you can get around these educators that I'm talking about that in our academy, it could do so much for you and your family and your whole future and, your whole legacy. All right, that's it for now. I'm going to leave us with this. Appreciate your time and your energy. And we'll see you on the next lesson. Bye for now. Remember, health is wealth. Cash flow is king. Cash is queen. And credit is freedom. Think about it.